G'day and welcome to another edition of the Aussie Ideas Man. I'm basing this video on the lack of progress and the missed deadline after the September update by APTERA. I've gathered together a few videos and I just thought I'd have a look at parts of them and make further comments, starting with the cretins, of course. I noticed in the comments that more and more people are annoyed at the absolute slow progress that's going on and the fact that their deadlines are constantly missed. But while the cretin says that he's a little disappointed, he still twists his opinions by the end into nothing but positivity. I believe he has done it so often that it's the psyche behind what he does. He tries to just keep pulling people back in. But judging by the comments, it isn't working. Well, let's see what I can get out of this one.
Not only do these bodies include the carbon fiber and fiberglass that you're used to seeing from PI1, but they also include all of the metallic mounting points and safety reinforcements which will come with your production vehicle. These include the roll cage and the reinforced doors which keep occupants safe.
All right, so this is the part we were wondering about, because there was supposed to be a drivable PI2 by the end of September. Now, it appears from this update that there is not a drivable PI2 yet.
It doesn't appear from this update. It is patently obvious from this update. And it's not by the end of September. That was the revised one. Originally, it was by the end of August. And if we go back way before the PI2 prototype predictions, it was a production model before the end of 2009. Then, with this new APTERA, a production model before the end of 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. And now we have production models before the second quarter in 2025. We'll see that as some of the videos that I've gathered say that from Steve Fambro.
And this is what I was afraid of, but not surprised. You know, like we always talk about, there's the unknown unknowns.
We don't always talk about the unknown unknowns. He made one video about it, and it's basically just lame excuses. These are supposed to be professionals and they've been in the game 10 years, yet they can't make predictions, not even close ones, as in the timeline. Predictions that are only within 3 months should be accurately made.
You know, it seemed like it was pretty easy to put a PI2 together, but you just have these unknown issues that show up the first time you're doing anything, and it's just going to take longer. But we're definitely seeing progress for sure. But it does not seem like there is a rolling drivable PI2 at this point, which that's what we were really hoping for.
It doesn't seem like there isn't a rolling prototype. It's definite that there isn't a rolling prototype. It's even definite when you look at the contrived close-ups of parts or holes in parts that there's hardly anything done at all. In fact, I might do some little estimates on about how long it would take to do the holes and add-ons that they have done to the body.
Now, we were told by Chris M that there was some footage held back from this update for a separate video, which I believe is going to be the PI2 kind of reveal video.
Well, let's wait and see how long these videos are held back for.
So I think that they're very, very close to a PI2 finish. That's my guess.
He's a terrible guesser.
I can't emphasize how incredible it is to see these vehicle bodies come together, paired with the doors and the rear hatch and even the front service trunk. Everything you see in this body structure is past the prototyping stage and is composed of real parts from our high-volume tools. We can stamp out these parts in about 5 minutes each, which will let us meet the demand of our nearly 50,000 pre-order holders. The journey has been one of continuous improvement, from the development of our first prototypes to Gamma, all the way to the refined production design that we're putting together now with precision and elegance. It's truly extraordinary with our Think for PI2 fully assembled.
Really old renders. Nothing to do with what's happening now at all.
We're bonding it to the completed frame, attaching all the components to make it a complete vehicle. And this vehicle will be used for track testing to validate the drivetrain and high voltage battery. Next, it'll be upfitted with all the exterior A surfaces to allow us to conduct range testing with a full production battery capacity for the first time. I'm particularly looking forward to see how much range we can eke out of our 44 kilowatt hour battery. While the PI vehicles are coming together, the rest of the team is making.
So yeah, that's the real world range data is forthcoming soon. That's the take home point here. I don't know how soon. Is it going to be end of October, end of November? Not sure. But that is one of the first things they're going to be testing.
That they've had 4 years to do real world range testing. All they had to do was get a 44 kilowatt hour battery, stick it in a prototype and drive it. 4 years. And now he's saying he's looking forward to doing it. It's crazy.
Strides on all fronts. This includes a UI UX team who's been working with engineers to implement the interactions for the center display.
It might look awesome to the cretin, but what I see is just a screen. What we should see is the UI UX sitting in the dash of PI2. The reason why they don't show it in the dash of PI2 is most likely because there's no dash to put it in. It's not there. None of it's there. That's why we've got close-ups of little pieces.
It also includes the electrical systems team, who's been rapidly expanding in the past few months with more software and firmware engineers to create the code that'll run on your vehicle. And it includes a website redesign that will highlight the production vehicle design while matching the same aesthetic as our in-vehicle infotainment.
Keep this in mind because later on, Steve tells Nicky from Transport Evolved that he doesn't do anything other than be focused on getting the PI2 built. And yet, not only has the website been developed, but they've made a toy, a 1/18th scale toy of this thing. So while they say one thing, they contradict themselves with what they actually do.
With each passing month, the APTERA team and I remain more committed than ever to realizing our vision of a world where every journey is powered by the sun.
Even the new tent and the steps, these things are being developed at the same time as their focus on building the PI2.
It's our shared mission that unites the team and driving us forward with common purpose to help make the world a better place for those that come after us. Together, we're making strides toward delivering your solar electric vehicle, and we can't wait to share the next chapter of our journey with you. See you again in the next few weeks.
Okay. All right. So great update. You see a lot of progress on the PI2 build.
Great update. See a lot of progress. How positive can you be after being disappointed that they hadn't met their deadline, which was already pushed back a month, and seeing just little bits? The cretin has to be one of the most gullible people I've ever come across. It's not a great update. It's an absolute disappointment. And I will go further. Because this was the second time in 2 consecutive months that they completely missed their predictions, they should be apologising by now. But there was nothing in that September update by way of an apology. It was just snake oil. And I think they really should have apologised.
Unfortunately, we do not see a fully drivable PI. We were really hoping that was going to be the announcement at the September update is like, hey, here's our drivable PI2, and here's us, driving it around on a track and testing it out.
I'll make a little statement here too, because I want this to be really, really looked at. Keep your eyes open for it. When beta came out, they would not make videos of beta without having 3 alphas in view, usually driving. When it was at Chakwalla, the 3 alphas were featured driving around. But in just about every place where they showed the beta, the alphas were there. When these PIs come out that are drivable, I am fearful that they will have cannibalized some of their prior prototypes because they are so hard up for parts. So when a PI is drivable, I want somebody to get in there and find out whether those three alphas and the beta can all drive, whether they've still got all their parts, or whether they've been cannibalized to build the PIs.
So they're not quite there yet. I think they're getting pretty close. My guess is that they're getting close to building the body, but they're probably a couple of weeks away. Do you guys think that it's going to be done by the end of October?
My answer is no, but of course he only wants people who agree with him to make comments, and he blocks people who disagree. He lets some through who can't express themselves all that well, but anybody who can make a point and make it clear, he gets rid of.
It was supposed remember, it was supposed to have been done in August. Then it got pushed back to the end of September. But again, there's all these things that should come up whenever you do the things for the first time, and things never ever go as planned. So I think that they are going to do it by the end of October. Let me know what you guys think. Is it going to be end of October? Is it going to be before then? You think there's going to be a Drive-O PI2 before the end of October, like the first 2 weeks of October? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys.